Okay, guys, welcome back. Sean Ecker from Adelaide Studios. We are going to continue in episode 2 of going through the reference manual of Studio One version 4.6 Professional. And what we're covering off today is system requirements, what you need for a computer to make this thing happen. So that's coming up right after I roll the intro. Let's do this. Okay, guys, welcome back, and let's dive right in. This will be a shorter video because all we're covering in this episode is system requirements. And if you look at the screen right now, these are the following system requirements, so bare minimum requirements type thing. So if you are running a Mac system, you need at least version 10.11 or higher. You have a minimum hardware of an Intel Core 2 Duo processor, just like I'm reading right here, with 4 gigs of RAM. Now that's minimum requirements. If you're running something a little less than that, you need to put the effort into upgrading your computer, or you're going to run into all kinds of pops and glitches and crashes, and it'll be a nightmare. So recommended hardware is an Intel Core i3 processor or better, with at least 8 gigs of RAM or more. And I know the newer machines, I just picked one up myself here not even a year ago. And I'm running 8 gigs of RAM in my machine. I hot rodded my machine out, for processor and things like that, and put some good money into that, but I didn't do the RAM. And so I still need to do my RAM. I don't have dropouts or anything like that, but the more RAM you can put into your machine, the better you're going to be. That's just how it works, okay? If you're a Windows user, I would highly recommend Windows 10. You can use 8.1 or you can actually use 7, but I think you'll run into some issues there. Intel Core Duo again, with or an AMD Athlon or times 2 processor, and minimum of 4 gigs of RAM. Recommended hardware here is Intel Core Duo or AMD Athlon 4 times or better, and 8 gigs of RAM. Just like the Mac, you want 8, you want a lot of RAM, okay? Additional requirements, obviously you need a internet connection on an available computer, authorization-wise. So we talked about those 5 authorizations in the previous video. If you're just tuning in and you missed that first video, I'll put a link to that up here. I'll put a link to that video right here if you missed the first one. Okay, and also a monitor resolution no lower than 1366 by 768 resolution. High DPI monitor recommended, which DPI is dots per inch. And multi-touch enabled a monitor required for touch operation in Mac OS X systems. Monitor must support TUIO. Again, I don't know what the hell that means. I apologize for that, but it's whatever. And 40 gigs of available hard drive space for installation. That's how big this software program is. You need at least 40 gigs, and in today's world, that's not a lot. I mean, we're talking about, studio quality music here when you're done. So there's a lot of information. These software packages are big. And next we're going to get into setting up your audio device. Now it says here Studio One automatically selects an audio device to use for audio input and output, pulling from a list of devices currently installed on your computer. That's not 100% correct. If you have a PreSonus audio interface, it is selected automatically. No, it's not automatic. It might be on a Windows machine, but it is definitely not automatic on a Mac. And I did do a how to get started and set up your DAW I did, and I'll put that link up here as well if you want to go check that one out. But I'll show it to you here real quick, okay? So if that, to get it to select automatically, you know, because what it's talking about is this start page, right? It's talking about right here that it's going to select it automatically, and that's not the case. It will take the built-in output, and I'll show you why it does that on a Mac. So I'm going to go over to my Apple over here for you Mac people. And you need to go into System Preferences, and then you need to go over to your sound. And right here, it's going to, when you come in here, it's going to be on internal microphone or whatever other device you might have hooked up at the time. You have to tell it to do PreSonus Fire Studio. I have my loopback audio for ScreenFlow. I have that selected right now because that's how I'm capturing these online tutorials, and we will talk about that in a way later video. But you have to select your, whether it's an audio box or Fire Studio, etc., etc. This is where you need to select that in order for your software to recognize it in Studio One. And that's going to be for input and output, guys, okay? So that takes us back here. Then once you do that, then it will automatically select it here for you. But you have to tell it to do it too, and you only got to set it once, and it should be there for you every other time that you log into this and start this program. Okay, that's it. Told you, short and sweet for that one. If you like what you see, please thumbs up, subscribe. Comment below if there's something that I might have missed or went through something a little too fast for you. And we will continue on with this series. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.